In Your Face Radio.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get this right here. Which one is it? The yellow? Green? Yellow? Yellow. So am I live now?
Yeah.
I'm live. I'm live. What's up, y'all out there?
Hey, people
Today
in TV
is
land.
Yeah, hey people in TV land. Today is Saturday, and I read something the other day saying that we're supposed to get a snowstorm tonight in May. In May? What's up with that though?
It's an inch and a half.
I thought I saw 3 to 6 inches.
I seen a half inch, then I seen an inch and a half.
Listen, I don't know why the hell we get snow in May.
They working that machine, man.
They got this little magic shit going on, man. I don't know. It seems like they control the weather. It's like they just make whatever they want.
That compromise on each other.
You know? Yo, how y'all doing out there? YouTube land. Huh? Yeah? Looking good? Hey, look. So what y'all think? You know how I get. Because once I get started, I start getting deep. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try to keep it a little surface since this the first one out the gate. But, so somebody sent me a link yesterday. Matter of fact, I think it was Moodills. Shout out to Moodills. Moodills sent me a link of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Seen it?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Did you see it? What was the interview?
Nah, I mean, yeah, I did see the interview.
It was the Instagram Live.
I saw the interview. It was on Instagram Live, and I saw the. Yo, first of all, he put a video up in 5 hours. It was 8.9 million views. 5 hours.
He reached 2 million on his Instagram Live.
Two. It broke it.
2 million. He reached 2 million.
2 million on the Instagram Live. This little boy is on fire, man. Yo,
and
what
popping big shit like I'm ready.
Yo, I didn't know all this stuff happened though. He was saying that he got beat and kidnapped and
yeah, they did all that. So that's what he was saying. Like, I be loyal to y'all niggas talking about kidnapping my mother. Y'all kidnapped me, beat the shit out of me.
they gonna kidnap his mother.
Yo, they was fucking with the whole shit was on camera. Oh wow. The niggas ran up to the car. The nigga, his man that was driving, his little brother.
Yeah.
He had the whatever car they had, the North Star, the shit was on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit.
That's why that's why. Listen, them cars, they can hear your whole car. You heard what he said? That North Star. You be talking, them cars can hear your whole conversation if they want to hear it. I don't be like talking to the other cars.
Yeah, everything. You can even see it.
So they kidnapped him, and he said they stole millions of dollars from him. I don't know. It seemed like he's doing a lot. Like he was doing a lot even back then.
Putting them shows together and taking that money. I love the money.
But anyway, let's get back to what's that? This thing. But anyway, Tekashi, I didn't know all this stuff had happened and stuff. So when he started talking about it, and then he started saying why she have loyalty to people that don't give it to him. I don't know. I mean, in my era, it was different. You know what I mean? This era is different. You know. But I'm definitely big on loyalty. Loyalty is a big thing. It's very important. Integrity you know, all that. But loyalty is important, and it's important not to give your loyalty to the wrong, you know, and give your loyalty to the wrong person, you know.
So what'd you do yesterday, man? How was your day, bro?
Yesterday,
How was your day yesterday? I spoke to you once, twice. I was leaving out.
my day was pretty good. I was doing research, a lot of research, reading, but and then just keeping up on stuff. You know, trying to catch up on some of the stuff that's going on out here.
Yeah.
But
Corona.
Right.
yeah.
That Rona.
I got a
Yeah.
question.
That Rona.
Uh-huh.
I got a question
Yeah.
from a viewer.
Uh-huh.
What's been most difficult for you during quarantine?
So we got a question from a viewer, and it's what's been most difficult for me during quarantine? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I had any difficulties during quarantine.
You had no short of food. We can see that through the leaf.
Well, one is my son is in a different place than I am, so I get to see him, but you know, so that might be one thing, but that's probably it.
You don't eat meat.
Quarant- No, but quarantine for me,
Losing your mind at all?
no, because I look at, see, a lot of people see this as a real horrible thing, and I understand. You know, I feel for people who lost people. I can understand how the perception of this thing, this pandemic is. You know what I'm saying? The perception you can form about this pandemic. But for me, what I see is that I think it brought a lot of families together. I think, you know, it gave people a chance to explore their passions or things that they may have really wanted to do, but you know, they working and life took over, it's moving fast, and they wasn't able to do those things. Because I know me, I was always doing what I love to do, so I don't know how I would live without doing something that I love to do. But I understand there's people that can do that, and some people don't got a passion. Some people's passion is just being like a homebody or, you know, working. But
Back man,
I think it was able to bring, you know, give people a chance to explore their passions. I think it was able. I think it was good because it was able to, you know, get people to know their kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that homeschooling and stuff.
Because you figure if you got two parents working, right, and they working to 6, 7, the kid is in aftercare, and some kids is with nannies and all of that. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to pay no nanny no more because you home. And you save, and you get to save a lot of money too.
Yeah.
I know everybody's saving that money. People got them stimulus joints.
Yeah.
I know they got them stimulus joints, right?
Yeah.
Because people was just waiting for them checks to come in.
Yeah.
And I know they was on them computers shopping and shit.
They gonna drop a second one?
They trying to do
Man,
Yeah, I did hear that
Could you hear me?
Big Boy Trump, he was he's supposed to give, I think, like another $2,000.
Yeah.
$2,000, right? Yeah. So, I mean, he really doing a good thing. Because if we'd have had, if we'd have had somebody else in office,
Yeah, he'll tell him look. He'll tell him look. Man.
y'all been fucked up.
Yeah.
Y'all be fucked up for real. because somebody, I don't know, he just doing something different right now. I used to play this game right here.
That's a game.
Word. It's the old football. Y'all know
Yeah.
who know about this?
I
I
Some
know
of
about
y'all motherfuckers might be too young to know about this shit, but this shit right here, I used to be up in the bed playing this game right here.
it's like a pixel.
Yeah, it's like the old. This shit was back in the 80s,
I
bro.
don't think so.
You hear me?
Yeah.
That football game?
Mhm.
But yeah, to finish answering that question, that's how I looked at it. You know, the earth got a rest from people
Oh yeah.
Right.
polluting it. I mean, even I saw something about the waters over in Italy.
They got dolphins going through the.
Yeah, like the waters
like
is now
turtles.
clear.
All that.
Yeah.
What city is that? Where they got the water and you get on the boat and all that?
Finish.
Venice.
Huh?
Venice.
Venice.
Yeah.
Venice. I saw something where
Ralph said
it was good. I saw something where the waters in what was that?
Venice.
Venice. Venice. The waters in Venice, you know, they don't got no cars over there. They just use the boats.
Yeah.
But the water is now clear.
I kind of wish it was like that over here. Gas prices.
Yeah, like the water is really clear. So I guess it was dark like that from the pollution of the boats.
That's crazy.
So I mean, it was a lot of different benefits
Yeah.
Mhm.
from this situation. That's actually good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I looked at that. So I didn't see it as something that was hard.
It's like the world is healing itself from us. Healing
Exactly. The world, the earth is healing itself.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like everything was greener. The grass was nice to me.
Yeah.
It was like, I was in the park and it just looked like
So
everything.
nice.
Even the hoods.
Before they,
hoods are more quiet.
yeah. Before they opened it, it was like extra green. Like I would drive through, like, damn, this park looked like, you know,
Yeah.
you know. So that was that's the good thing that I saw about it. I guess the bad part, if you looked at it from that point of view, would be, you know, people losing people and things like that, you know, and you know, losing your rights
Yeah.
without you even knowing it, and then they, you know, it's things that distract you from realizing that you actually losing your rights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they taking a lot of stuff away, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be all right. There's a lot going
So
on
do you think they setting us up
behind the scenes.
for the big vacation?
I think that it could have been that way, but I think it's not gonna be that way.
So you think? I don't think everything going back to normal.
Nah.
No, it's gonna be. I mean, in my opinion, I think it would be like a new normal. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a new normal. It ain't gonna be back to the normal we know.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know,
And our normal was some of the past people's new normal.
right?
It's just
Exactly.
It's a cycle.
Exactly. And that's true.
We got
That's a
brother
good point.
Brandon in the house.
Y'all,
Brother Brandon, yeah, that's
In the
true.
house.
But I just think it's gonna be a lot better. You know, a lot better. Well, Trump is saying we won't have to pay taxes.
I don't believe that.
You know what I mean?
We gonna
I
take
don't
that.
believe that either.
A lot of people don't believe
So-
that part. They like,
I don't know, cause I got a friend and she had a situation with them, and as we was talking about it, she got a call from them, and they just zeroed out her bill. Man,
That's crazy.
so I don't know. That remains to be seen, but that's the word that's floating around.
They're definitely doing things that they usually wouldn't allow to be done.
Right, I agree with that.
y'all hit that like button, man.
Yeah, hit the like
Subscribe,
button, subscribe to the show.
RAQEEB gonna be
You know,
coming
this
up
is the
here.
first run. I'm telling you, I just going straight. I just dive straight. That's how I do. I just jump right in. The deep end, you gotta swim. You know.
Yes, yes.
But
Yeah?
That's all.
Oh yeah.
Nah, but
he jumped right in. He was like,
yeah. Let's just go live and let's just do it.
Yeah.
You heard me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I think it's going to be a lot of the old way of doing things won't be no more. So, I think there's going to be a lot of change, and if you're not aware or whatever, that social distancing is
That's so crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
That's
there's a
crazy.
lot of information coming out about this thing, and a lot of it is not the way that it was at first, how they put it at first. So I don't know if we're gonna need the social distancing. You know what I'm saying?
They say it's inevitable that pretty much everybody's gonna get it. So at some point, it won't matter.
Yeah, I saw that in one of these other countries. What country was that? One of the S countries, Sweden or somewhere.
Probably Sweden.
But they never closed down. They never quarantined. They didn't do anything. Their philosophy over there was that just let it be a natural occurrence. If people catch it, they catch it.
Yeah.
And they said the more people that catch it, then the more people that's more immune to it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
And antibodies or whatever you call it. And then eventually everybody will be pretty much immune to it. And the ones that not won't even get it because nobody else has it. Because everybody's immune. So that was a kind of a good idea that I saw about that. But the only thing is, you want to protect the grandmas and grandpas and the babies and stuff like that. But I guess it's kind of it wasn't too bad. But I don't know about this social distancing. I don't know what to think about that.
It definitely got people paranoid.
It seemed like, because it seemed
Well, I mean, yeah, if you watching all of the news on TV,
Oh yeah.
I hate to tell you, you really misinformed.
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell you the real deal. They just gonna do what works for them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really research. You can still watch that, but take some of that stuff and go counter check it. And then you might find that it's something different. Right. That's how it worked for me. But you'd be misinformed dealing with that. And some people think that they informed watching that shit.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
people think they informed watching that shit. I heard motherfuckers say, yeah, if you ain't getting your news from CNN, this, that, you ain't informed. And I said, what?
I'm meant to get that bag.
Oh. Hey, that's my. Hold up, no, don't. You can't touch that bag. That's my killer vegan. And I had something good too. They got this burger made out of. It's not soy. By the way, soy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Soy is no good for men.
No.
Okay, if you eating soy, if you just became a vegetarian or vegan, do not eat soy. Try to stay away from the fake meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The soy ones, all those sausages and all that.
What
It's
about
a lot of soy. And then
what about the Beyond Meat? You heard of that?
that Beyond Meat is Beyond Meat.
Mushrooms.
I wouldn't eat that shit.
Because
I heard some bad shit about that.
Yeah, I know somebody who eats it.
Nah, like I even heard T.I. say like there's rumors of it having human meat in it.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Like McDonald's.
And it
Like
ain't supposed to
McDonald's.
be meat at all.
I don't know. That's
I stopped eating it, but
I stopped eating McDonald's like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Longer than that, I think.
Don't eat McDonald's. I know some of you motherfuckers out there eat McDonald's, but you need to stop eating that
Don't
shit.
eat McDonald's.
I'm telling you, because McDonald's, man, boy, you might as well just lick the damn
Hey,
ground
you know what?
outside.
we,
You know what I
we,
mean?
we run into a meat shortage, and there's a lot of people dying. It won't be surprised if they start to use.
I mean, you know.
They do a lot of dirty shit at the table. You know, they give you some bodies for meat to.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, anything. I mean, with the way that this world is going right now,
Right.
I wouldn't put nothing past nothing.
Past $1.
Nothing. You hear me? So, me personally, all right, yeah, let's get back to that. So, all you new vegetarians and vegans, I was telling you about my meal that I got from Killer Vegan, but we got into the soy thing. So the soy is now the soy is also genetically modified too. So you just eating cancer basically. You know what I mean? But soy is very high in estrogen, and it's no good for men. Men needs testosterone. I'm sure men has estrogen too, but it's probably a very low level.
Yeah.
Men is testosterone, women estrogen. You know what I mean? But I think too much estrogen too could cause a problem for women. You know, I don't know. But so all you new vegetarians and vegans, stay away from the soy. It is no good for you. Very bad for you. But I was saying that to say that I went to Killer Vegan, and I got this. It's called the Killer, and it's a burger made with mushrooms and stuff like that. And they put like cashew cheese on it, and then they put like this. You got this crispy bacon, like they like bacon bits, but they smoked pieces of coconut. Yo, you can't tell the difference. I'm telling you, all you meat eaters out there, I will take you there and I will get you a burger and you eat it. You will not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, where's that located? Yeah.
It's Killer Vegan. It's in Union, New Jersey.
Is it made out of mushrooms?
Yeah, it's mushrooms, beans, I think, something like that. But you can't. I forget what else, but it's like it's real good. You definitely getting a burger, right? And then I get what they call kale slaw. So instead of coleslaw, it's kale slaw. Yeah, it's made out of kale.
How long have you been vegan?
I stopped eating meat in 1995.
Oh, so you true to this?
Yeah, nah. People always say that. They be like, "Oh, so you vegan too? Oh yeah, you vegetarian, yeah." And they be like, "Oh yeah, man, I just came vegetarian for 2 years and shit." Yeah. I'll be like, "All right, it's dope." They be like, "How long you stopped eating meat?" And then I'll be like, 1995. They be like, "Damn." They be looking at me like I'm a dinosaur or something.
You probably like 8 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, hell no. When I had the studio, I wasn't even. I could tell y'all this though. When I had the studio, right, I cut meat out to answer her question.
1995,
Ebony, to answer Ebony's question. It was 1995 when I cut out meat. That was done. So I got a story too. So when I had a studio and record label and all this stuff, right? So I had some young producers. Matter of fact, I just spoke to Ant just recently. Shout out to Ant. They would eat McDonald's like every day. Every day, Burger King, McDonald's, Burger King. So I said, "Yo, why you be eating this shit like, all this we be talking mad stuff in here, mad enlightenment, And they was like, "Nah, it's good." I said, "Well, let me show you something." I said, so I went to McDonald's, and this what the fuck I did. I went to McDonald's, and I got a cheeseburger, right? An order of fries, and a soda, a Coca-Cola. And I brought it back. I took the food out the bag and put it on the counter in the kitchen of the studio. Opened it up, left it there. Fries there. I poured the soda in the glass. I poured the soda in the glass. So now you got the burger here, you got the fries, and you got the soda in the glass. I left that shit there. This was summertime.
Oh.
I left that shit in the kitchen for 2.5 months.
Open like that.
Open on the counter.
And it ain't go
That
bad
shit ain't
at
no
all.
bad. That shit
And
look
I'll tell you, I bullshit you not. After 2.5 months of sitting out on the counter during the summertime.
Oh, that's a
Now
lot.
you talking about meat.
Yeah.
Meat's supposed to go bad in 2 hours if it's
Yeah,
sitting out in the
yeah.
summertime. That's how, when I was young, that's how that shit would curd go.
Yeah.
They said curd up.
Yeah.
It'll go bad.
Mhm.
I left that burger and them fries and that soda there for
Showered up.
2.5 months. Don't you know that shit still looked the exact same as when I bought it 2.5 months ago? I'm talking about no mold, no smell, nothing.
Even the bread ain't wasn't moving.
Even the bread was regular, no mold, no nothing.
Oh,
Now, mind you, if you leave food out somewhere long enough, you're gonna get bugs.
no.
Yeah.
No bugs.
They didn't want it.
No
They
bugs
don't
fuck
want
with
that.
that shit.
They don't want it.
No bugs fuck with that shit. The soda, the liquid in the soda had dissolved, and it was like just
Syrup.
syrup,
Yeah.
high fructose corn syrup, which is full of metal.
I know.
Full of metal.
I know.
So, okay, so
Yes.
let me ask you this, because that's one thing that's on everything we eat.
I know.
Everything you buy from the grocery store says high fructose corn
You
syrup.
would wonder why.
How? And then they feed that to the animals too on farms, like before they package your meat.
Really? I didn't know
Yes.
that.
So I learned that from a documentary on Netflix.
Wow. You hear this?
So-
So she said they feed high fructose corn syrup to the animals before they get slaughtered and packaged up as meat.
Yep, they feed it, and then I found out in North Carolina too. So it's a documentary on Netflix. So in North Carolina, the pigs that die on the farm, they take the dead pigs, grind them up, and feed them back to the live pigs before they go to the grocery
Cannibalism.
stores.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but they also feeding them high fructose corn syrup, and then that's in everything we eat. So how are you getting away from that?
You can get away from it, but you have to. You can't. I will tell you this. This is what I tell people: don't eat or drink anything that got a commercial.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Me personally, I go to Whole Foods.
I was about to say you probably shop at
Yeah.
Whole
I go to Trader Joe's.
Mhm.
You know, places like that.
Farmers markets.
And yeah, farmers market. And surprisingly enough, almost everything in those stores don't have a commercial.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Because you don't got to promote real food.
So because that's real healthy shit.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of that stuff in there, they use the real ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, sugar, butter, this, that, boom. That's it. It ain't all that other whole paragraph and
Right.
stuff. You know, by law, they can leave out,
Yeah.
I think 100.
Mhm.
By law, they can
Yeah.
leave out 100 or 200
If it's not
ingredients.
safe
They
or
don't have
high
to
quantities, they don't
even
gotta
tell
report
you
it.
what's in
They
that
don't
stuff.
gotta report it.
Yep.
You know. Now I seen something with Lucky Charms cereal,
Oh God.
and it had paint thinner in it.
I saw that too.
That's crazy.
And kids eat that.
What the?
Shit, those eat it.
But most
Adults eat that
They-
shit.
they
Grown
do.
ass people eat Lucky Charms. Shit. And then I saw another one that this girl, her baby was crying. Y'all got to check your food out there.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, check your food, because I don't know, for some reason, people in this country think that everybody else loves them. Like, oh, the government, the people, these food companies and these companies they wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
They wouldn't do that. But I saw a video, and the girl took a magnet with the baby food in the bag, and pulled the magnet to the corner, and all the little metal
I saw
balls
that.
came following the magnet, and the baby was crying right while she was doing the video. So
That's crazy.
she said the baby had diarrhea and all this stuff. The baby was crying, but now you know why.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I mean, to get away from that, you gotta just you gotta find products that don't have that in it. They do exist, and you have to go to those. You gotta go to Whole Foods and
So
stuff like that.
basically, like no, what is it, like preserved food?
Yeah, no process.
Yeah, nothing processed, because everything processed has that in it.
Yeah,
Like
That's
everything, all canned goods, it has it on there.
yeah, and a lot of stuff has Cinemax in it also.
What is it?
Cinemax.
Cinema?
Yeah, a lot of the sodas and
Mhm.
cereals and all that stuff. And Cinemax comes from aborted baby fetuses.
Mm-mm.
Like you can look this stuff up. This is not.
That's a whole.
whole rabbit hole. We're not going
I'm just saying. That's what it. So all these people, you drink Pepsi and all this stuff.
I ain't know that.
And I don't got
No,
nothing. It's
I-
your body. You
yeah,
do what you
no.
want. But I'm just saying, like, this what you doing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
rolling
Gambling
the
your
dice.
health. Yeah.
You rolling the dice because that shit.
Mm-mm.
And it's crazy because a lot of that stuff, I don't even see why you would even need to put that shit
You
in
know.
it.
You know,
I stopped drinking soda when I was 13.
Yeah.
So
there's some stuff that can't be chemically
I'm
produced.
Right.
don't
So if you
drink.
can find it, wherever you find it, you going. And that's, I guess, I never.
Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola.
Not-
That's your favorite?
It's
Don't
Dr.
drink
Pepper's lit. Dr. Pepper's lit. I can't.
Look at this
No.
nigga here. This nigga here still he
Yeah.
drink Dr. Pepper
Exactly.
and Coca-Cola.
We
This
sitting
nigga
here
right
saying
here,
all this, and he talking about that's my favorite
yeah.
soda.
I mean, he been drinking it before he learned it. The
Also,
important thing
a
is
lot
what he
of
gonna do
people-
now after he learned it.
A lot of people don't know as well is that diabetes don't only come from drinking soda and sugar. You get diabetes from eating meat, and a lot of people don't know that.
The
Like,
diabetes actually comes from fat.
Exactly.
That's what causes
it's
your
not the
diabetes.
sugar, it's the fat. And if
Yeah.
you eating meat, you basically causing yourself these health
Yeah.
conditions. But people don't know that.
That's good you know that. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't know that.
I was vegan for a year, and I fell off.
Yeah. Y'all heard that? She was vegan for 1 year, she fell off. But that's good though.
Yeah,
'cause,
but I
you know,
will say,
Yeah.
I will say I felt much better. I had way more energy. I was getting up at 5 a.m. every day, going to work. Like I was on the go.
Alright.
Like,
I don't eat meat no more.
But-
she came in and say them Cooper sandwiches.
exactly.
No, she came in.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a platter of Cooper sandwiches.
Yep.
Next thing I know, she got a turkey.
Yeah.
And a
You
pastrami.
see?
Yeah, but
But, that's good.
even now she eats seafood now, but she eats Beyond Meat. So I gotta tell her what you said
Yeah, Beyond Meat.
about that Beyond
Beyond
Meat.
Meat is Beyond Meat. Like,
you
know,
Beyond Meat.
and what's the other one? Because they got like 2 of them.
It's Beyond Meat and it's like clusters.
What's the other one?
It's like
Impossible
meat clusters
Burger.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impossible Burger.
Tia love that
So
Impossible
the
Burger.
Beyond Meat and then the Impossible Burger. I know one of them has a chemical in it that's
Ugh.
they said it's not good. You can Google it up and check it. It's one of those burgers. I don't eat neither one of those things.
It's good you say that because with the meat shortage, because they're closing down meat packing companies,
Right.
Beyond Meat is going through the roof.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Beyond Meat is one of
You're going to see
his.
that everywhere now.
Yeah.
But you know what? See, when once you become being vegetarian and being vegan, it's just not about not eating meat.
No.
Like you really gotta
It's a
do.
whole lifestyle.
You gotta. It is. You gotta know your shit. You gotta do your research. You gotta know what you can eat to have certain vitamins and minerals, things that you can to substitute certain other things, and then just knowing what not to eat. You know,
Yeah.
because they got so much shit that you shouldn't eat, and they put it on. Oh, speaking of vegan, I saw a video today on Instagram. This shit, I mean, people be people is interesting. So this lady had this video talking about how much she was talking about how good sperm is for her. So she was eating it. She's she put sperm. Hold up, she put sperm at the top of the video and say sperm is vegan, vegan also, and she puts it in her smoothie. She said, "Yo, word is boy, you hear this?"
Lying.
So word is boy, I can pull it up for you. I sent it to a couple people today. I was like, "What the fuck?" Yo, Shorty said, "Hold on, let me pull this up because y'all gotta see this shit." You can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't.
Ignorance.
You really can't make this stuff up, man.
The weird part is some cultures believe that that's just good for you. Some cultures, not Americans though.
Can you see that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Vegan mom says, drink sperm smoothies to fight.
Go to the live feed so we can see if anybody
Open
the
up
one
YouTube.
that you minimize.
Are we-
Yeah, open up YouTube.
Wait, we recording?
We're live.
Oh, wait, I'll have to hit record it.
No, you just go right to the one
No,
you
you
minimize.
just wanna see the
When you
chat.
minimize, you want
Oh.
to see chat.
Is
You
it
got the
Is it
thing.
Google? Is it
Oh,
Google
shit.
Chrome?
Hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Wait, y'all saw that, right? So the vegan mom, but this go back to what I'm saying.
Wait.
You gotta really do your research because she getting her protein from a different place than you get yours. Some of you motherfuckers, anyway. But you really got to do your research so you know what to eat and what not to eat. Me personally, that's how I look
I
at
got a question. How you feel about supplements?
it.
Towards nutrition. Yeah.
Supplements like vitamins.
Yeah.
It depends on what kind of vitamin. All vitamins don't work. A lot of them, the shit. That's a industry that's not even regulated. Me, if I would get the liquid, because vitamins they don't. Some of them don't even dissolve. They just, so you don't.
They don't break down. So you can't
Nah, they don't break down in your
I got
stomach.
you. Because I do a lot of supplementation, and sometimes I try to test if it actually works, but you never really know.
Yeah.
You gotta get like blood work done all the time.
Yeah.
But who got time for that?
No, I actually seen something where they did a demonstration with trying to emulate the stomach fluid, and they put the vitamin in the liquid, and it didn't dissolve. So I would probably get liquid.
What I try to counteract is I'll like boil water to make tea, and I'll put the pills in it, so at least I know it's somewhat getting absorbed. But once it's in the stomach, you still know how it's going to get absorbed.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah, it could be tricky. I would say get something liquid. You know what I mean? Or just try to eat a lot more fun.
The foods that have that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could research the foods that actually have those vitamins and minerals that you're looking to get, and then try to eat, a little bit more of that a day. You know what I'm saying? Being that you're already vegetarian or vegan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Live and in your face. Radio.
Turn it up a little bit. I mean, when you just pull it down.
I would probably do it like that. You know what I mean? But I find that sea moss is something that's really good.
I got the pills, the sea moss and bladder mixture.
Right.
And it works more than all the stuff I was taking before.
Yeah. It works really good. I drink it every day, and Dr. Sabi. If y'all don't know who Dr. Sabi is, he recently passed away, and but he could get rid of anything.
Listen, they say he cured AIDS.
Yeah,
People still call him a fraud because it ain't.
No, he went to court for that.
Yeah,
he went to court and all
he
that.
won.
And they won. And he did it a couple times.
Yeah.
So
Alkaline diet.
he definitely knows what he's talking about. I mean, he proved it over and over. But anyway, he was saying that you could drink sea moss every day, and it doesn't matter how much. He said you could drink as much as you want because it's full of minerals and minerals you need for your body, certain for your body to perform at optimum level. This suit you're in.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a suit. It's a suit.
That's right.
Okay.
It is a suit.
You far out there.
Yeah, I can go pretty far out there. But yeah, I mean, for those who don't know, you're not your body. No. It's kind of like, think of the concept of getting inside your car, right? You're inside your car, but you're not your car. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's your steering wheel. This is your seats. That's your radio, but none of those things are you. So it's the same. You're inside your body.
Yeah.
This is my hand. This is my nose. But none of those things are me. You understand?
Right.
I mean, and if you don't understand, we can get into it. Leave a comment, ask a question, whatever you want to do.
I would, if it's not this episode, another one, we can talk about that.
Oh yeah.
It's just an instrument.
Yeah.
Just an interface.
It's a. But we can talk about the body. The body is amazing. Like the body is truly an amazing machine, and I mean, you don't have to flip a switch to make your heart beat. You don't have to flip a switch for your lungs to work. So this is like really some really deep shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this suit is working by itself.
Right.
Who the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Like who? This suit is working by itself.
And when you eat bad stuff, it starts working. It starts to lose the efficiency of working.
Exactly. You don't take care of this machine, and it stops performing at optimum level. You know what I mean?
I feel bad about life right now.
Why? He having a drink? Hey man, do what you do, man. Nah, man. Why you gonna feel bad?
Cause I was doing so good, and now I feel like dag. Now I slipped up, and now I'm back doing bad. Like y'all.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen.
I know she should listen to me because she's not doing bad.
I was on the right track.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, she ain't doing bad because you know how many people done what you did?
Yeah.
You know how many times I used to sit with him and he have us scared as hell? He'd be like, yo, it's people under the ground.
Nah, I've watched so many documentaries, I think now that I psych myself out. Like, to the point where once I seen it, I was like, I literally took all the meat in the kitchen and was like, oh, this is it. Like, I stopped cold turkey.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ease into it because I psyched myself out so bad that I was like, oh, we not eating no processed food. We not eating none of this. Tuna fish, you can't have tuna fish. You better grind up them chickpeas and make a sandwich. Like, I was that, like, into it, and it was like, yo, for me to slip up, it's like, now I feel bad. I got that far just to take 5 steps back.
Nah, it's nothing to feel bad about because
some people drink a liter of Coke every day.
That's true.
Really.
And I stopped myself from drinking soda as a preteen. So, and I haven't had it since.
And then when you taste it again, it's like,
yeah, I don't like soda. I don't have a taste for it
Dr.
because
Pepper,
I
I got
haven't
a weakness for Dr. Pepper. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't like soda.
I don't buy it, but if it's put in front of me, I like it.
Soda is bad for you.
It's so much sugar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So stop talking about the bad stuff, man.
Nah, I mean,
listen,
people want to know the stuff.
Your life.
People want to know the stuff. I mean, just because you drink a motherfucking Dr.
Exactly.
Pepper all day, nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
When I eat, it just feel like I need to have a soda to finish it.
You know what? You be trying to get that burp.
Nah, yeah, I be wanting to blow up like that right there, blow your stomach up. That bread.
You know what to do that? Water. Water do that. Yes, it will.
Now, don't get me wrong. I drink no
salsa water.
Yeah, aloe vera.
Aloe vera and all
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Oh no! Hold on. This nigga right here.
Yeah, no, I do my aloe vera too every day.
So I come in here, right? And he come, we chilling, we setting up stuff and all that. Everything cool. Yeah, I see you chilling and all that. And he comes in with this green punch. So yeah, so you know I'm into the green shit.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
Money green, kid green. I'm into the green shit. But this was some different type of green shit right here, man. And you know, I drink I drink wheatgrass. I drink sea moss every day, chlorophyll, you know.
That shit don't taste good either.
No. So he gives me a glass. This nigga cracked the top. Yeah. I said, what's that? No, it's a little aloe vera juice. So I said, all right, aloe vera juice, I can do that. That should be tasting good. So I'm like, yeah, let me get some. So he pours it. He a little heavy-handed on it too.
Yeah.
He tried to put it in a champagne glass and make it look green and shit.
Dress it up.
So what? So I'm looking at it, shaking it up. I see the little bits and pieces in there. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is good, healthy. You know.
It look legit.
Man, so I took a. Remember, he said it was aloe vera juice.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Aloe vera and cactus.
Which it is. Yes. No, he ain't say that.
Yes,
he didn't say it was aloe vera and cactus. He said it was aloe vera juice. So I said, all right, yeah. So, because if you'd have told me cactus, I would have took the gulp that I took. You know what I mean? So he talking about, yeah, it's a little aloe vera juice. So I'm like, all right, cool, you know. So I take a sip. I mean a gulp. I took a gulp because I was thirsty too. I was thirsty as hell. I said, that shit happened. You know how you make that face like that? I was like, oh shit. That shit was so bitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight from the press, straight off the
I
press.
said,
we don't cut nothing around here.
What did you give me?
We don't cut nothing around here.
And
he drink the spice.
he tells me,
we don't cut nothing around
here. Yeah, you ain't cut that. He tells me, oh no, it's aloe vera and cactus, prickly cactus. Yeah. I said, nigga, what the fuck is that? No, you make. I said, how'd you make it? Did you cut the skin off? He said, no, I put everything just right in the blender. Yeah. The skin and everything, the prickly
He don't cut
things.
the spikes off.
Yeah, he put the spikes in there and everything. So I said, hold up, nigga, where you get this from? He told me, nah, because I don't know this nigga for health. So I was like, nigga, where you get this recipe from? Because you just poisoned me? He told me, nah, I'ma show you. So he pulled up the video. I'm like, oh, all right. Some crazy joint, white boy.
He seen that joint. He called about 8 motherfuckers in. You called your dad that.
Hell yeah. So,
he said, yo, this shit right here.
That I ain't know. I watched the video. It do so much good for you. It's so good for your health. Like it's aloe vera and prickly cactus. You got to go to one of the Spanish restaurants or something like that.
So you can't cut the spikes off? Because I cut the sides off my aloe vera. Them little spikes.
When you blend it, you don't need to cut them off. If you're using it for something else, maybe you want to cut them off. But when you're blending them, you just chop them and just put them in the blender.
Cutting the aloe vera, cutting the spikes off and eating it whole.
Oh, you was eating aloe vera straight. You was
the whole
the spikes
plant.
On the side of it.
Oh, you eat the skin too?
Not the skin.
The inside. Oh, yeah,
inside.
You can do that.
And then I take the skin of the plant and rub it in my hair on my face.
Oh, okay. Now, what he did was, he take the whole aloe vera thing. This is what the guy on the video said. Take the whole aloe vera and put it in the blender. Don't cut nothing off. Just the same way you get it from the store. Wash it, put it right in the blender. Take the cactus with the pricklies on it. Put that shit right in the blender. Add a little orange juice because it's dry. That's all dry shit. And it go. And it took a while, but it started to break down and liquefy and stuff. And
you don't swallow the spikes? You don't
taste none of that.
Nah, all the spikes and everything, you gotta make sure it's ground up.
Because look, after I do it,
I gotta try it.
After I do it, I got a sifter. And I take the sifter and I set the sifter over a pot. Then I take the juicer and I pour it into the sifter. It fills the whole sifter up. to the, because I know just how much to make like a whole bottle.
Yeah.
So I fill the whole sip up, then I take a big kitchen spoon and I just stir it. And all the juice, nothing but the, you gotta sip it. So when you done, you got nothing but mash. So it's mash, but the key to it, how you know the plant is so good, because if you sit it there for a second without touching it, and you mash it again, you get more juice. So basically, you can sit there and let it sit for a minute, and then go back and hit it, and it's going to produce more juice. It's going to keep doing that. And as long as you keep the mash, so then I take the mash and I give it to somebody, and they take it and they put it in your hair with shampoo, whatever.
So you hear that, right? So it works for a lot of different things.
Sugar,
I would,
diabetes, AIDS, cancer,
yo,
ulcers,
it do all of that shit,
pressure,
everything.
Arthritis, asthma.
What are you talking about? The skin
all those two together, the cactus with the aloe vera together, it has so many health benefits. You got to look this up, people. Yeah. And if you're into taking care of your body and taking care of your health.
And you got to go to like a Spanish grocery
Oh
store.
yeah, you got to go to Joe's, Whole Ho's, something like that. You're not going to find this stuff at Pathmark or ShopRite
you might find the aloe vera leaf.
Kroger's.
Yeah, but not the cactus.
That's about it. That's what you're gonna find.
And then I had a bag and I was going in, and the lady was like, she was like, what do you cook with it? With
the cactus, yeah. She want to know what the fuck is this motherfucker doing
with all these
buying cactus.
Why
is he getting ready to do with a cactus?
Right. Like, yo, what you do with that?
Because they don't want us to know that stuff.
So I said I drink it. And she said, you drink it? Yeah. Because they cut it and put it in their food, maybe, or however they do it. I don't know what they do.
So anyway, this cat pours this glass. I take a big swig. And it's really, really bitter. I wasn't prepared for it. I'm going to tell you the truth, I wasn't. So once I took, that shit gave me one of them faces, like, like, yo.
Glad to see him, because I'm sitting there.
And then I started looking at the shit like.
Chilling. He hit that shit, that nigga was like, yo, I said, it's acquiring taste. You might not like it now. But if you drink this for
yeah.
You be looking for that taste.
Yeah, it's real
That's
bitter,
how you
people.
know it's something that you're supposed to be drinking.
Yeah.
Because you start
the
aloe. That you acquire that taste and you like
we start the aloe vera, eating the fruit, the inside part. And after a while,
you have a taste for it.
Yeah.
Now she be like, oh, can you eat it? I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. That's why, yo, listen. I tell niggas, come on, let's get some wheatgrass, and they be like, man, that shit nasty.
That's not even that bad.
I'm not drinking that shit.
It's worse.
Like, yo, you have a green drink.
He turned into a superhero.
Yeah, nobody ain't gonna drink that. Niggas ain't gonna want to drink that. But the thing that motherfuckers will drink Hennessy though.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers drink Hennessy, but you won't drink a green drink.
Right. To get that shit down.
Exactly. And make all
Hennessy is fucking nasty, bro. In case you don't know, I don't drink, but that shit nasty. Yeah. So, but I drink the shit, and man.
You finished the whole cup?
Yeah, I finished the whole cup. I got some more. After I got used to the taste, I could feel it going through my body and shit. So once I seen,
Shorty Rock, what up?
When he showed me what it's all good for,
he doubled what up.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wow, this shit is a real powerful drink.
He named at least 20
illnesses. That y'all should try that.
And it bugged me out. I was like, wow.
Aloe vera and prickly cactus. Just put everything in the blender with the skin and everything, and blend it up, and put some orange juice in there. And but look it up online. You know,
if it helps, you gotta think about it like this: cactuses survive in dry deserts and dry areas, so they absorb all the nutrients and hold it.
Yeah, and they hold it.
So you get
that makes a lot of sense.
You get all of that.
That's a really good point. He said the cactus is in the dry area, so it's pulling up all the minerals and water out of the ground. Yeah. So it's like full. That's because he said it was full of minerals. You know. So after he showed me this and I saw all the benefits, I was like, let me get another glass of that shit, man.
You drink it? I want to try that.
Let me get another glass of this shit. No, I didn't. Because what happened was he also handed me off a couple of these these berries.
Doji?
So I said, yo,
Berries.
what kind of berries is this? So he tell me, oh no, they dry berries. They just berries, man, you know. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking that day, because I know better than to listen to this motherfucker.
But he
Right?
did. No, he did.
So I got the berries. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna tell you, they're good. So I ate a couple. Like, all right, they didn't taste like nothing.
Right.
So I left. The next day, yeah, here you go. Goddamn berries right here.
What's that?
These are elderberries.
Elderberry.
So
Oh, you got them dry?
the next day,
Oh, let me see that.
I'm on the phone talking, bumping my gums. I'm just eating these elderberries. Like, I don't know they elderberries. I'm eating the elderberries, eating. And then I started feeling, I wasn't feeling real right.
But he was,
I'm gonna just put it like that.
Look,
Like, yo, listen.
look, let's tell it. He was eating them after he drank the green juice. This the same night.
Same. Okay.
We sitting there, we chilling. He drinks the green juice. He feeling like Hercules.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
So
The
he's
green
sitting
juice
there
is
like,
good.
Yo, I'm feeling this. I'm like, yo, this shit is true. Yeah, I found you type shit. He chilling and call everybody. He takes the berries. I say, yo, you about to leave, man. He about to leave. I give him a cup. I put the berries in the cup by that many, at least about enough to make 8 to 10 cups of tea. He starts eating the berries, dumping them in his hand. Look, dumping them in his hand. This is how he chewing them up. He leave.
No.
He leave. The next day,
So the
he
next day,
around,
yeah.
doing the same shit with the berries. He's riding around, handling his business. He's pouring the berries in there
And
eating them like M&Ms.
Yeah. So
Instead of making
let me tell him. Yeah, let me tell him.
Like,
Like, so I'm on the phone. I'm riding, just going along with my day. Just popping berries in,
Shorty, when you ready,
all handfuls, eating them. So I'm like, damn,
for sure.
this shit I'm feeling a little funny. You know?
Your face ready on
I'm like, yo, I ain't feeling too good. I forgot who I was on the phone with, but I was on the phone with somebody.
Right.
And I started feeling this shit up in my chest area and my solar plex. I said, well, damn, I think I'm about to be sick. You know? So I'm on the phone. So hold on. Got up. And word is born, I threw up.
Yeah.
Shit had me throwing up. I'm all outside at the store. Throwing up, right? So I'm like, I finished. I called this nigga like, yo, bro, what did you get? What kind of berries was those? He like, oh, those was, I don't even know. I said, yo, call your man right now and find out what kind of berries you just gave me, man.
So
he like, all right.
Big shout out to Willie Lynch, because I got the berries from home up.
You got the berries from Willie Lynch?
Shout out to Willie Lynch, comedian.
Yeah.
I got the berries from him. So when he called me, I'm like, well, let me call Haas, because I met Willie through Haas. So let me call Haas and ask him what kind of berries we bought, because I know we was all at the 43rd, that comedy show, and we all, bought some shit. So
Don't
like,
take berries from comedians.
What kind of berries was those that we bought from Willie Lynch? He said, elderberries, right?
So text her how to get on.
And you okay?
No.
So I tell him what it is, and he like, yo, I just finished throwing up, and all that, like, yo. Well, you sure? He said, I eat elderberries all the time.
Yo, I take elderberry every day, but I don't eat it like that. That was a quarter cup.
That was the raw. He ate it the raw.
Man. So after I threw up, I had to rush back, because then I had to shit.
Yeah. Your body's like, nah, I got too much going on.
Yeah,
right
get
now.
it out. Get it all out.
That shit was running through me. I was like, yo, what the and when I shit it, I ain't even front.
Yo, he called
It
me
sounded
back.
like I was pissing. It was just like water, just like, and the whole toilet was purple from elderberries and shit.
He was bracing for impact.
All
Bro, it wasn't no solid food. It was just
all of that oil. It ate all
that shit up.
That shit was saying.
Yo.
No, you know that song? Yo, Yo.
So
Oh
he
my
called his
God.
man and he hit me back. I said, yo, he said, yo,
He said, I
those
eat
is
them all the
elderberries.
time.
I said,
He said-
damn, nigga,
he
you
said,
ain't tell why you ain't tell me that shit,
Look.
nigga. He like, I ain't know what kind of berries they was.
I ain't know what kind of berries.
I had them for a while, so I'm like,
Give me more berries.
word, don't even, and I know better.
Look.
You know what I mean?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
even
you.
know why the fuck I listen
So
to this.
are
mother-
you not supposed to eat them dry?
No, you're not supposed to eat them.
You're not supposed to.
That's he did that.
Yeah.
If he would have went home, this is my point. If he would have went home and made tea like I asked him to do, it would have been.
So you
okay.
just drop them in
He
your tea?
was-
Nah, but he
listen.
also said, yeah, you can eat
No,
it, chew
no,
it,
I
drink
know, I
it,
said
you know,
no. What I
Oh,
said,
he
what
does
I said,
drink
no, what
it.
I said was, I have ate them too
Oh.
myself. Like I ate two, couple handfuls,
Yeah.
chew them up, spit them out. I done did that, but nobody told this nigga to just take and
Yeah,
eat
well,
elderberries all day. He was eating them, riding around. He kept doing it, and then he started feeling sick. My man, like, yo, he lucky he didn't go to the hospital.
yeah, your man was right.
Take a teaspoon of them, put them in a cup with that much water, and watch how I just make tea. And you'll see the shit coming down, and then you just drink it and sift through the berries. Now,
Yeah.
you get a berry or two in your mouth, it's cool.
It's elderberry. You could
Elderberries or whatever.
let
but
it sit in the water.
He just like,
It's like in sunflower seeds.
yeah, he sunflower seed. them
boil
shit.
it in the elderberry and soak into the water and you
Yeah,
drink it like that.
Yeah, what's up? Talk to me.
Yeah, now we can't do that.
Huh?
Not with that tea.
Elderberry, yeah, we do the tea. I
You said
know
what?
more about the teas. I can do that.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
do that
Yeah,
ISO
we is
tea
6 feet.
every day.
Oh, we on the line
It's
now,
like
we
a
6 feet.
detox.
He at the end of the
So
table.
we,
It's good.
listen, we be taking turns in the
Bruh.
bathroom.
Right. It took a bowl of water.
Wait,
It
okay.
grows some water. The more water you drink, the more it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It moves.
Yeah.
And we doing that every day.
Oh, that's good though. You gotta do a cleanse though. You
Yeah.
got to.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
The other, you know what
Put it
else?
over there.
I'm thinking about
Who that?
He talking about put it
Look,
over
look,
there.
look.
where the fuck do these big ass hornets? Y'all seen this stuff about these big ass hornets?
I heard
You
it
can't
only,
talk.
I heard it
You
only
lie.
kills
You
bees,
can't
not
talk.
people.
Yeah, they attack bees.
So they
Yeah,
try to scare people with that.
You cannot talk.
yeah, they do. They'll attack a
But-
beehive and
Yeah,
break the
you
whole
gotta-
shit
Our
down.
bee population is already low.
Yeah.
So that's wiping out more.
Okay.
Right.
So that is bad.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
is
going
bad
around people.
because they was totally.
Yeah.
You ain't never see it on the
I
Geo, Nat
National
Geo.
Geographic.
Nah.
Yeah, them hornets come straight eradicate
Yeah.
the bees. Yeah,
Horn- I think hornets literally kill insects, but they really kill bees more than
yeah, but they big.
hornets have no purpose.
Somebody said, "Welcome to the second level of Jumanji," and they had one in their hand. That was funny because them things big. I saw a video with one of the hornets jumping on a mouse.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening.
Hornets are strictly predators. They strictly kill things to eat them. They don't eat plants, they don't eat nothing.
I know. I seen somebody post something about hornets, but I didn't pay it no mind, and I just kept scrolling. So I haven't heard like what's going
Like
on.
hornets and wasps, they only eat other things. So they will kill shit and eat it.
So is it like a bunch of hornets out right now? Or?
They've come over.
Well, they said that they made it. They finally made it
A
to
hornet
America.
flew.
Hornets don't fly over oceans.
That,
That's what I'm
exactly, that's
saying.
my point. So
Somebody
From-
where did they make it from, and
from
why didn't you
China?
motherfuckers stop them when you knew they was on their way?
That means
You
you
know
had
what I
to
mean?
you had to bring hornets over here in your suitcase for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff coming from Asia apparently. So.
At this point, they doing that because they want to
Well-
cut us
Besides
off.
exports.
Exactly.
Besides
They
China.
trying to cut us off from China. That's what that is. They like make it seem like everything is bad is coming from over
But every
there,
Asian product
and then
we
just cut it
Well,
off.
I mean, have you seen what they doing over there? Some of the people.
I seen some of the
I
videos.
seen them making
It's, like,
fake
terrible.
lettuce. Like they make
I saw
fake
that.
meat with
I
with
saw
glue.
that. The lettuce, the tomatoes.
yeah,
Like in the
We
water.
bunch
do
of-
that, we do that too. Like a lot of
What you
the,
say?
a lot of the governments using goat cheese.
Take-
It's like some
On the
low
YouTube.
quality stuff. Like I see them try to burn cheese, it doesn't melt.
right.
It
It don't
black.
because that's
It don't burn.
it's got so much
Oh,
yeah, and it's pasteurized a lot.
okay.
Like so, it's so much
I
that they
saw
do with
that.
that cheese.
All
It's-
the natural stuff is gone.
But
Those-
I read somewhere that the government made a deal with like Pizza Hut and all these different pizza places to sell more cheese
Because it's cheaper.
on the pizza.
That's
But
crazy.
why would they want to do that?
Okay, I get it. It's kind of like how what do you call it? So the meat companies like Purdue, and it's another one. Yeah, it's another one. But what is the breast cancer? The Susan G. Coleman.
Oh yeah.
They basically sponsor meat companies. So it's like if you're getting cancer from eating the meat, but the meat is sponsoring the breast cancer company.
They do that.
Oh yeah, it's all the game.
Yeah, it's all the game.
Anytime you want to know something, you gotta follow the money.
They also sponsor
Follow the money. When you research, follow the money.
Yo Play Yogurt. They also sponsor them too. Anything around, watch February. When February come around, Breast Cancer Month. Everything that pop up with that pink ribbon on it is sponsored by Susan G. Komen, which is also sponsored by all meat companies.
Right.
So it's like you're supporting. How are you giving your dollars to support against cancer to find a cure for cancer? But the cancer company is being sponsored by meat companies, which cause cancer.
Right. So it's like this. The money goes like this.
Exactly.
The joke is on who?
Us. The consumer.
Wake up.
The consumer.
It's
the
crazy.
joke is on.
All the rich people. This might be some conspiracy theory, but all the rich people.
We don't use that word here because if it's happening, it's happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
that is a word that was created by a certain agency
Mm-hmm.
for you to dismiss.
Yeah.
Things that's
Yeah.
true.
People who have money and own companies, they see people as not people, but consumers or like money bags of money. What can we get you to buy that can possibly make you say to make a whole nother industry more money?
Right.
But make us money too. So if we feed you poison, you get sick, you go to pharmaceuticals to buy their stuff that's gonna make you a little more sicker.
Right.
There's natural remedies out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just cattle.
Because the point is to keep, bigging up the pharmaceutical company. Like basically, I had read actually that the CDC was the ones who created the coronavirus. And basically, they was trying to help the pharmaceutical company come up with the vaccine for corona. In order to do that, they had to have more cases than what was going on in the beginning. So when people was getting sick around November, December, and thinking like, oh, I have the flu and that this is something regular, it actually was the beginning of coronavirus, but it wasn't being pushed enough. Once they got into the media and started pushing it, and more people started getting infected, then it's like, okay, now we have more grounds to create a vaccine, which creates revenue for the pharmaceutical companies.
Right.
So they had to push it, which is why I think they over-exaggerate the numbers in the media, why I don't pay attention to it. And then they're like, only follow instructions from the CDC. Don't follow instructions from the CDC because they're the ones who created corona in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all about bringing in money.
That's it.
It's a circle. It's a whole circle. You have to do your own research and not believe everything you hear and see.
And it's killing people
and
like a real virus.
You went and got tested, right?
I did.
Okay.
Yep, and I was negative.
So to go back to what you were saying, when you said that, when you said how they paying, the meat is paying for donating money to the cancer, and then they eat the meat and they getting that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what you have to remember is that this is
the
Food and Drug Administration. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
You hear that, then you know what it is.
Yeah.
The Food and Drug Administration. So they down together.
Yeah.
You feel me?
A lot of holistic foods, FDA.
Okay.
Right.
They won't.
We got to call in.
So listen, if you want to call in, right? This is the number 973 350 7818.
7818.
The call-in number is 973 350 7818.
All right now.
Let us know if your cheese don't melt and your lettuce don't burn.
Yeah, let us know about it. Give us some of your stories of your bad food and your fake food and stuff.
Yeah.
But the other thing too, while they was getting away, they be making some crazy fake a lot of weird stuff.
What's up? What's up?
You on Instagram? You not on in your face? You not on YouTube?
I'm right here.
Yeah, you know, that's why I said go to the YouTube and call him from there and see if we can get. We live. All you gotta do is go to In Your Face and go live with us.
It should be the first thing that pop up. Live.
He not gonna pop up.
Right, what you was trying to say? You trying to talk to Ebony? All right, chop it up. Go ahead,
chop it up. Big Worm.
Here, hold on, here.
Come on, Big Worm.
Put the mic right under the phone and let him go with you.
Yo, what's up? I said I read that. I ain't say I said it.
Put the mic under him so you can hear him. Go to the other side.
Allegedly.
Go to the other side.
Everything is alleged.
Alleged.
Everything
I'm on the
is
other
what's
side.
up.
Push
What's
the
up?
volume up on your mic. No. Bring that down.
Hold up, I'm trying
Bring
to.
that down.
I'm
Bring
holding
that
the
down.
mic under.
Bring that down.
Everything is
Push to
alleged.
the first one. No. The first one.
This
Push
Oh yeah,
it
because
out
that's the
there.
mic lining up to it. Yeah.
Not too loud, but now put the mic to the
Right
to
there,
the
right
phone.
Rose Michaela.
Yeah,
Now turn
yeah, we can hear you on the
it
mic.
up some more. Turn it up.
So wow, what's up? These some people.
Why you
Come
asking
on,
me?
you on the show, man. Come on.
You on the show? You got a question?
So
Hang up.
I'm doing a podcast right now, live on YouTube,
Hang up with him, man.
on In Your Face Radio.
You wanted to give us a shout out?
So you can stay here, or you can tune in
Shout the
there.
album out.
Shout the album out. When the album coming?
Hold on.
So who is this right now?
That's my son.
RAQEEB.
Yeah, get him out. Real quick, get him up out of here. Shout the album out.
Shout the album out. When the album coming?
I don't know, man.
All right.
All right, so
we
we
gotta
don't
let
know
you go,
when this
brother.
album is coming out,
Hang up.
but he got one coming.
Hang up. See you.
Yeah.
Love you.
So what's up, all my Instagram
Man said, I
people?
don't know.
Yo, you see how people
So we live on YouTube. We're streaming live. If you want to watch it, go to In Your Face Radio.
Crazy.
INYA Face Radio
In your face.
on YouTube and catch the live stream. You heard?
Yeah,
I mean, we having real conversations here.
Real conversations,
Yeah.
real
We
topics.
having real
We
conversations.
saying what they don't want us to say.
And if you got any,
Allegedly.
good to see you
not
too.
even that. You ain't even
What up,
that.
Sal? Ah.
We
No,
just saying what
so
we
you
feel.
gotta realize that it's the Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah.
So the Food and Drug Administration, we give you the fucked up food and you come see us for the drug.
Full circle.
Right.
Yeah.
Say it again.
No,
Say it again.
it circles around. Like, I don't know, people gotta, like I said, I think in this country,
Speak on.
I think in this country, we as Americans are like, you don't take responsibility for yourself in a way, you know. I'm not talking about working and bills and stuff like that. I mean, like things like your health,
Agency. Just hold yourself.
things like you know, things like your food and all that. You know, stuff that you got to do for yourself, and instead of doing that, they take everybody else's word for it. You know.
You know, straight side note. It's illegal to plant your own food.
I know.
That makes no
And to
sense.
collect
It makes all the
rainwater.
sense.
I saw that. I saw a video
It's
about
illegal
that.
to collect rainwater too.
I saw a video about
You know when they first did?
that to collect the rainwater,
Yeah.
and they made it illegal
Yeah.
for the guy. He set up a whole.
Oh, that black he had a whole.
He had a whole
contraption.
system,
Yeah.
on his
Still
house.
clean it up, everything.
and apparently, it's illegal to collect free rainwater out of the clouds.
So you gotta buy it from the bottom. Or the tap, which ain't really.
No, they just
That
don't
was
want-
crazy.
They don't want you to be prepared.
To me, that's crazy though,
I seen the guy take.
because ain't they getting the water from the?
I seen that.
Where they get the water from?
I seen
Exactly.
the guy
You
take-
can't do it.
I seen the guy take charcoal
Yeah.
and
Filter.
filter the
Yeah,
water through
yeah.
the charcoal.
Yeah, you can do that.
And sand and stuff like that.
You can do that.
Charcoal was
So, I mean,
Like if you out in the wilderness
Yeah.
and you thirsty,
Yeah, you can figure it.
if you see a stream of water there, right? You don't drink out of the stream. You go next to the water and dig a hole in the dirt, and then you'll find water. As you get deeper, and it's filtered through the dirt. And that's safe for the drink.
Exactly.
And that's some information for your ass. Shit get thick.
Okay.
Gary?
I seen the guy drink his own urine.
Yeah, well, that's like desperation. For you to drink your urine, you got to be like on a desert.
And he said that. He was like, you know, they was in Alaska, but they was going Hawaii or somewhere, but they had a tsunamis,
yeah.
So he was like, they go up in the the mountains, and that's what they do. Like on the way up, you get so tired, and you don't have no water, just in the bottle.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's just that's survival shit.
You could build an aquifer, just dirt and rocks. Just let the water flow through it. Whatever comes out, it's better than what you poured in.
You definitely. It's definitely important to have clean water.
Yeah.
It's definitely important to know what you're putting in your body because
absolutely.
what you put in your body can actually affect you.
That's like the oil and the gas in your car.
Yeah.
You put some cheap or some. If you don't put gas in your car, it's going to stall.
Exactly. So
if you put sugar in your engine, you killing your engine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
See, even sugar is bad for a car. See?
That's crazy you said that because my aunt, somebody who put sugar in her car. That's funny you just said that because she just told me that.
If you want to get at somebody for it,
yeah.
Just saying.
I was like, dang.
That'll kill the engine real fast.
I remember my grandmother used to make some tea. She used to put some sugar in that tea and put it on the back porch in a big, like a pickle jar. And she let that shit sit back there all day on the sun. Now, we make tea all the time. We probably got about 100 bags of Lipton tea in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Same, if I just make it that sweet, same tea. My grandma used to make tea and put that shit on the back porch and hit that sun, and we used to be like, damn, this shit you have had in your life. But it's no different than the penny candy and when we got it back then, it just tastes so.
Well, yeah, I mean, what we was eating back then
penny cookies, you remember
is nowhere near compared to what the kids now. You can't even let your kid eat.
Remember no penny cookies.
Our cookies was 25 cents.
You can't even let your kid eat that kind of stuff now. It's hard because there's so much stuff.
25 cents.
By the time it got to us, they was 25 cents.
Listen, a bag of chips used to be 25.
Yeah. A bag of chips is $1.25? Yeah, they used to be a quarter.
That's what I'm saying. I was wrong with that.
Some of it.
Yeah. I remember, I'll tell you one thing. I saw Star Wars in the movies. And that shit cost $1.
What?
$1.
That's crazy.
Word up. At the Adams, downtown North.
That ain't there no more.
Hell no. Nah, that's it used to be there back in the day. But they long time tore that down. But yeah, the
karate movie in Adams.
That shit was a $1. Shit, you used to go to fucking the Castle theater and watch 4 movies for $4. Yeah. You go to the Castle, you be there all night. Go there early, like 12, and you don't leave that motherfucker till 10:30.
Easter Sunday, everybody hit the Castle.
Listen, I remember when the movie Last Dragon came out. I don't know if y'all know about this movie Last Dragon, but this movie,
that was before us.
When this shit came out, the lines was around the corner because I saw that motherfucking up there at the Castle.
It made you feel
that shit was around the corner.
You went outside wanting to beat everybody up.
But nah, on some real,
you want to be Bruce Leroy.
In my enlightenment now, I realized what was going on in that film. In that film, this guy had reached a point where he raised his kundalini. He lined his chakras up, had him spinning healthy, raised his kundalini, and then he had that glow around him. Yeah, that chi was around him. And he had that chi, and he was beating their head. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough had the chi too, but then it's the power, like how strong is you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he ended up kicking their ass. But now I understand what that was. Because everybody has an aura around them.
Yes.
It's an energy field.
Yes.
You can call it the energy body.
I heard it was measurable too.
It is.
Scientifically.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna say that.
I can actually see them around people, to be honest.
Do you see the colors too?
No.
Okay.
Well, my
It's hard. It's hard for me. I used to do train. I had a book, and the title is How to Read Auras. If you want to get it, it's called How to Read Auras. And they give you these exercises in the book.
Okay.
And you take these papers, and you draw certain things on them with certain colors.
Okay.
Dots in certain areas,
Okay.
and you hang it up, and you just focus on it. And it helps you to see, because the colors you actually see in the aura is flipped. So kind of like when you stare at something.
I know what you're talking about.
Right. So if you was to stare at red,
it'll turn blue.
And then look at a paper, it'll look green.
Green. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you gotta understand about the aura. So when you seeing green, that's really red on the person's aura.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you can train your eyes and train yourself to be able to see auras. Some babies, some kids that's already spiritually connected when they born, they can see the auras around people.
And that's why babies usually can sense better than.
That's why you.
It hasn't been beaten down.
Right.
It's pure. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And a baby also is still connected to still in the middle of those two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you see them sometimes looking at stuff, laughing and stuff, because they can still sense and pick up stuff. But I seen this documentary about these kids that was able to see auras, and a lot of them had a lot of different like psychic and different,
ESP,
ESP and all of that. And this one kid, and she said, it was a little girl. She said when she was born, ever since she was little, people always looked at like Skittles to her, meaning that she was actually seeing the auras around the people from a little girl naturally. So some people is born just open like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then some people got to learn it. And then some people is not even aware that you have an energy field around your body called
I
the
feel
aura.
like, okay, 2 points. Some animals can sense other things that we can't.
Right.
Like dogs and bees can sense magnetic fields.
Right.
It's all around us,
Right.
especially electronics.
Right.
But we can't sense that.
Right.
So who's to say there are other things between humans that we just don't know anymore that are actually there, like auras? You don't hear about that anymore.
Right. Well, they're there, and you do sense it. You do sense the field, but you don't know what you're sensing.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna give you an example. So if when you're standing now, and somebody comes in the door and you don't hear them, but they come behind you,
You get that little.
The reason that you turn around is because their aura has now touched yours. Before you can physically touch, the aura's touch.
Right.
So it makes you turn around or it sense somebody on the side of you or behind you. So that's the same thing with electromagnetic fields. Like if it's ghosts or disembodied spirits.
Everything has a feel.
Yeah. You would feel it. That's why you would feel. You turn around, there's nothing there, but you felt something because there is something there.
Just because you don't see
just
it,
don't see it.
Exactly.
Right. You don't see it with this. You really see with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see with these.
Yeah, I got you.
Because this is just signals and electric signals that's going back to your brain.
That's the whole soup thing.
Yeah.
So if you always feel, not always, but if you like constantly feel like energy around you, does it mean it's there?
It does. It is there if you're feeling it.
But you don't see it though. So
No.
it's just energy.
Outside of paranoia, clinical paranoia.
I know, but so I mean, like that's like
no,
angels.
if you're feeling it,
Yeah.
No,
you feel
feeling
it.
it.
You feeling
Like
it.
I could be in the house by myself and I could feel energy and I'd be like, somebody's in here with me.
Oh yeah. Then you feeling it.
Yeah, but it don't be an actual person.
No,
But
it's not an
thing.
actual
But
person.
it's a thing.
I mean, it's energy.
Yeah.
Energy can't be created or destroyed.
Exactly.
So basically, what's inside of us is energy. We are energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all we are. If you break down a proton or an atom, you break down an atom to it's just energy in the middle.
Right.
And that's all we are. We are a bunch of atoms together.
Right.
Yeah.
Your liver, your kidney, your skin, everything.
Everything.
All
Yeah.
that. You know, and the electromagnetic field. Now, when you talk about electromagnetic fields, you talking about your heart.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know that. They think the heart is just to pump blood, but that's not the most important.
Yeah.
It's the other important thing is it creates an electromagnetic field around you, a magnetic field around your body. You know what I mean? The pumping.
I always thought the brain, but the heart.
No, it's the heart. The heart, yeah. The heart is like, actually the heart is like another brain.
Yes.
They just recently found that out. And you also have another brain in your gut.
Oh no, absolutely.
So you basically have 3 brains.
Yeah.
So but the heart, it pumps and it creates this field around you, a magnetic field, which is really what holds all of you in place.
Yeah.
You understand?
Otherwise.
Because listen, once the heart stops pumping, what happens?
Everything goes.
Yeah.
You could be brain dead.
You die, your body starts to
Yeah.
disintegrate and deteriorate.
Yeah.
You understand? And the atoms break apart. They don't stick together. I mean, it's not like a space movie, you know, people, but it's like your heart is keeping the electromagnetic field around you, right? But once your heart stops, the electromagnetic field stops, and it's not holding the atoms together, so your body starts to break down.
Okay.
Rigor
That
mortis,
makes sense.
Yeah.
you know, things like that, you know. But the aura is important because it's kind of like your shield around your body.
Yeah. It's
You know
a
what I mean?
defense system.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody
And you can
steps
tell.
forward,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you can also tell if someone is ill or healthy by looking at the aura. You know, because sometimes when you're able to see the aura, you may see a darker. You may see like a darker spot on the aura. You know what I'm saying? And then you can know, like some people can look at you and just be like, "Hey, listen, go get your left side checked."
Yeah. I need somebody to remind me.
Yeah. So people, and you be like, "What?" But they can see.
They can see what
you know.
And medicine.
And it's not. And people think like these are gifts, and I mean they are gifts, but everybody is capable of doing it. All of us.
Yeah.
I think it's like a lost art.
Exactly.
If you will.
It's like dormant.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you train yourself and you become aware, you become aware first, and you train yourself, then you could, you could start to. I mean, like these superheroes and all this kind of stuff. That stuff comes from a real place. Like they have a guy on YouTube that's like a real fucking Magneto. Like this shit is amazing. The guy takes all kinds of metal and sticks it on his body and it stays there. Because he found a way to bring his electromagnetic field up to a point where he becomes like a.
Metal tracks.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, man.
I wonder what happened to him if he go by 5G tower.
He might make that. Might zap that shit.
Yeah.
He might zap it. You know what I mean?
He can't come to America.
Right.
Yeah. He was in some other country, probably. I don't know.
It's usually out there.
It looks like an Asian company, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was. They put an iron on him, like this on YouTube too. You could find it on here.
Yeah.
It's serious. Like I just kept rewinding it because I was like, so this superhero shit is like really real.
It's not as extravagant, but it's real.
Yeah, they embellish it in the movie, but like you are really capable of doing different things, and when you tune up your chakras and have things lined up in place.
I've seen the videos where people put needles through their hands and pull it out, but they don't bleed.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like that's not fake.
You know who also does that? Sufism. The Sufis do. They do stuff like that. Sufism is like the spiritual side of the real spiritual side of like Islam. Sufism, yeah. And they would do stuff like that, stick themselves and shit like that, and there'd be no blood or nothing. But that just go to show you how amazing this body, this machine that we call a body is.
But they're not telling us how we can use
it. But no,
you can't control it.
No, they ain't gonna tell you that because then you ain't gonna need them no more, you know? But it's up to you, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier about Americans. It goes back to we don't take the initiative for our own self. Like
exactly,
we looking for
and religion. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Yeah.
As far as that's all devils.
Yeah. No, but you know the body it can do amazing things. It really can. You know, and you'd be amazed about some of the stuff it does. Look at when you see a woman and a mother or a father, and I seen videos where the car is on top of the kid and the mother just you know, and she just lift that shit by herself. You know what I mean?
Then you check her tomorrow, she can't lift 50 pounds.
Word. And they like she got that energy from somewhere because remember we just pure energy. So she was able to dredge that up from somewhere.
This is what I was gonna say to you. So this is a suit, and our consciousness is the energy in the suit, along with the heart making electromagnetic field. So when you die and that field dies, that energy has to go somewhere because it's neither created nor destroyed. So sometimes that energy can stay around us. So it's like when you said you feel energy around you. Your body's not working, but that consciousness is still somewhere. Yeah. So that energy's not going anywhere.
Right.
So you might feel it sometimes. It might be walking around.
Well, yeah, because sometimes the energy could not go where they should. They might not even know.
Wandering.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wandering thing. What do they call it? Like you stuck in between, man.
Limbo. Yeah,
but like they might not know or might not realize, and sometimes they don't know where to go. But that's why it's so important now while you're here to study spiritually. Yeah. Because when you study spiritually, not only does it remove the fear of death, because death is not a bad thing.
It's a transition phase.
It's a transition. That's all it is. It's just a
I learned
different phase. Right.
Yeah.
So when that transition happens, that energy is still in the middle of that transition.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And if they don't know what to do or where to go, they'll hang around. They could attach themselves to your energy field. They could hang around your house or something like that. And that's what they call ghosts.
Exactly.
You know, stuff like that.
I heard this is some woo-woo. If your energy lasts, if it's in limbo long enough. If your energy sticks around long enough and it's wandering around long enough, other things can latch onto it. Yeah. And not to say demons or anything, but negative energy can corrupt it. Right. And then take over that. Right. Or it'll latch onto a person. Then you hear about people being possessed. Right. That's that wandering energy just latching onto somebody. You start acting different, stuff like that. Not to get too religious with it, but yeah. Ain't no way to prove that though. But yeah.
That's why you got frequencies and vibrations, right? So if you got an energy moving around, the energy won't stay around you unless you matching the frequency of that energy.
Yeah, because you disrupt it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why you get when people drink liquor, even on the liquor store, it tell you beer and spirits, right? Yeah. So wine and spirits. Wine and spirits. Because that's what.
Wait, let me say that. I drink the sign. Beer, liquor, and wine.
But
I drink the sign.
Beer, liquor, and wine. No, but it says that because when you drink, if you notice, when people drink, they be a different person.
That's me.
You know what I mean? They say you be truthful or whatever.
Just don't do it that way. This is my future son-in-law. What he just said. He said what you just said.
Oh my God.
go and say what you said now.
Sometimes it happens to me.
Sometimes he drink, he act a different kind of way. And my future son-in-law now, look.
But no, that's what
Brandon, I love him.
Oh my God.
That's what liquor do.
Don't do it with that.
But
we back to regular schedule program. That was flat out. Don't do it with that. Do it somewhere else. If you have to go somewhere else, then
This guy's crazy.
He is.
He had to get that out.
Right.
Huh? No, but listen.
That's my future son. I love him because he ain't look. The brother got his head on straight, and I like it. And I like it. I like it. You understand what I'm saying? I like the brother. He's a good brother, brother Brandon.
Yo.
And he's a good brother.
Brother Brandon.
Yeah, brother Brandon. I like that. Don't take that away from me. I gave you that name. I ain't no disrespect that out of that.
All right, so look, check it out.
Don't
So
take it away from me.
No,
so you got hold on, you got frequencies and you got vibrations. So they have to match. You know, if you at a certain vibration or frequency, they gonna go.
Yeah.
So like when you drinking, they everywhere.
It lowers it.
Like if you was to take your camera in the bar, you probably see orbs all in throughout the bar because they just sucking off everybody. You know what I mean? Because of the energy. You know what I mean? It's a certain kind of energy in there, and it attracts a certain frequency of energy. You understand what I'm saying?
And when that match, you get into you.
Can I pause for a minute because it's my man? I just want to, real quick. What does that shirt say?
This shirt says.
Working
Oh
hard.
my gosh.
Ugly shit.
Yeah.
Let's go
That's
there.
what that say.
So
Working
y'all don't just
harder
think,
than an ugly stripper.
So y'all just don't think that we off some bullshit like let's go there.
No, I mean, you know, I saw the shirt. It was funny.
It was funny. It was a great shirt.
You know, some people might not like it, but
I like it. I had a shirt one time saying, it said pimping ain't dead, these hoes just scared.
Right.
Oh my
And
God.
it was just like, motherfuckers like, yo, who the fuck he think he is to say that?
What's
shit?
up?
You know, pimping ain't dead, these hoes just scared. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Pimpin' ain't dead. These hoes are scared.
Yeah,
They
they
crazy.
scared. You know, but I got daughters, so I had to, like, all
You
right.
had to pull back some.
Pull it back.
Oh man. So wait, I don't know. Hey, call in, man. You know, call in and they got a question or something.
Somebody say
973-350-7818.
And we got Ebony on the phone line.
Got Ebony on the lines.
She got the mic over there. Ask.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
So that's 973-350-7818.
I'm sitting by the phone.
You can play that in the lottery too.
You got to give us a cut though. If you play that number.
Word. Call in, man. Let's have a conversation or something. Talk about something.
That's what I was looking for. The page where I can
What's
see
your beads on your wrist?
Oh, so this is just wood beads,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have each bead for a chakra,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is from the ocean. What is that? Coral.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just those two. I ain't got nothing heavy on today. Word.
Did you get it from like a store? Was it made for you?
Actually, one of them was a gift, and the other one I got from the store. But I got a couple different ones, and crystals are a whole different thing. When you wear these crystals and stuff, they actually
I had mine
enhance
on earlier.
your energy. Like a lot of people wear beads and stuff like that, and they wearing these bracelets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't know what they're for.
Yeah.
So you got different stones, and different stones enhances different aspects of your energy.
Right.
You know,
Different chakras.
yeah, different chakras. Like diamonds, the energy of diamonds is they attract, which would make sense because when you got them on and you across the room, people see you.
Yeah.
So you got different ones. Different stones do different things. We can do that in another show where we can break down the stones if people interested, because I find it very interesting. My son, he researches that stuff all day.
Yeah.
Like he wanted an electric scooter for his birthday, but then we end up going to the store, the Blue Lotus, and the store called the Blue Lotus, and they sell like, you know, stones and all kinds of stuff in there. They do psychic readings in there, all kinds of stuff. And but we went in there and we saw a piece of moldavite. This stone is hard to get. It's very expensive. It looks green like
what's the stone called?
Moldavite.
Moldavite?
Yeah. And
Get
it's
that.
green, and you get a little small piece about this big. I got him a piece about this big for $150.
So it's like jade. It's
It-
almost like jade.
It looks kind of like this green, kind of like this green on the poster.
Too much. I ain't
It's kind of
saying
like
jade,
that green.
but I'm saying like jade.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, jade. But this is different because
Yeah.
moldavite, they say, comes from a meteor. So when they mine it, it's like little pieces cost a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a stone like this should probably cost you like $1,000 or $1,500.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but it's a real powerful stone. It opens you
I
up.
can imagine.
It opens up your crown chakra.
It travels the
Yeah.
cosmos. It got something to
Oh yeah. No, it's a real powerful stone. You can feel it when you hold it because the stone gives off energy. You know? It's powerful. But moldavite, it's expensive. So when he saw it and he found out what it do, he was so excited about it. He was like, I don't want that scooter. I want you to give me a piece of moldavite.
He must have felt that energy.
Yeah.
I was talking to my daughter and I said, why would you want to spend money on? And I was talking about the holidays.
Right.
Christmas. And I said, if you tell your kids that, look, I can spend $50, $60 on this Christmas tree, that I don't have to, I can give it to you. Would they take it?
Yeah.
You know, would a kid take it? Like, she was like, I don't know. My dad, you know, that's tradition. And I was like, nah, if you keep bringing these kids up, the same, not to change what you was talking about, but if you keep
You already changed.
Yeah, I already changed it. Yeah. bring these kids up with this Christmas tree and Christmas and Easter. And just tell them you're gonna give them the money that you'll spend for the tree.
Instead of spending the money on the tree.
Like, yo, all right.
Yeah, I bet you they would. I bet you they would.
That's how you talk to people.
Yeah.
There's no, you know what you talking about, the same thing. It's like, yo, if you give them another option, and be like, look, I'll give you this, and you don't even got to do that. We can put a Christmas tree up here, or I'll give you $100 for your pocket.
Yeah.
You say, hey, man, give me that $1.
Well, you know what? Look at the time.
Yeah.
It is time to go.
Yes, time.
My hour is up, people. But I shall return. I like this beat right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shall return.
Yo, imagine Keep spinning first.
RAQEEB speaks.
Yeah, y'all go crazy.
RAQEEB speaks. On In Your Face Radio. I'll see y'all on the next show. Thank you for, giving me your energy and sharing. People who called in to ask questions. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all on the next one. Subscribe to the channel. Press the subscribe button.
Like
you know what I mean?
Like and subscribe.
Follow me on Instagram too. It's at Keeb Green or at RAQEEB Speaks. So I'll see y'all later.
We got Ebony in the building.
We got Ebony in the building.
Got brother Brandon.
We got brother. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anybody want to?
Brandon gonna be our preacher, man.
Yo, listen. We signing off.
For real.
We signing off.
Yeah.
In your face.
In your
Turn that
face.
music up, man.
Don't rock it up.
Boom.
Shout out ladies in your face too.
Go ahead. Shout out the ladies in your face.
Yeah, shout out my ladies. We're gonna be back soon. Eventually. When quarantine is over.
I gotta shout out to the lady that made the mask.
The lady that made the mask.
Oh, let me
Shout
see.
out to the lady that made the
Hold on,
mask.
we gotta get her name. Hold on.
Let's get her name.
Like that.
Shout out to the lady that made the mask. Oh, is he making Steelers?
Yeah.
Oh, she made Nike. She made Steelers.
I need that.
Yeah.
Right. All right.